In life, there are moments when ordinary individuals step into extraordinary roles, showing kindness and bravery that surpass all expectations. This is one of those rare moments, a story that begins with a simple distress call and evolves into an inspiring tale of compassion, hope, and the unexpected bonds that can form when people go the extra mile. Before we dive into this emotional and inspiring story, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an incredible story like this. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts. Every interaction helps us create more content for you. It all started on a quiet afternoon in a small New Jersey neighborhood. Officer Peter Stump and his partner, Officer Jane Smith, were parked in their cruiser, enjoying a brief break from their usual patrol. They were swapping light-hearted jokes and taking a breather from the day's routine when their radio crackled to life. Unit 5, we have a distress call from a minor on Downey Street. 8-year-old female reports abdominal pain, no adults present. Stump immediately straightened up, his humor replaced by concern. "That doesn't sound good," he muttered, already starting the car. Smith nodded, her face mirroring his seriousness. "It's not every day you get a call from a child. Let's check this out," she said as they sped off toward the address. The house stood quietly at the end of a suburban street. It was a modest home, but something about it seemed off. There were no lights on, no sign of activity. As the officers stepped out of the cruiser, the neighborhood around them felt unnervingly silent. Stump approached the door and knocked firmly. "Police! Is anyone home?" he called out. No response. Smith tried again, her voice calm but authoritative. "We're here to help. Please open the door." When there was still no answer, Stump tested the doorknob. To their surprise, it turned easily. It was unlocked. He pushed the door open cautiously, his hand instinctively resting near his holstered weapon. Inside, the house felt frozen in time. The living room was a snapshot of life interrupted. Toys scattered across the floor, a half-eaten sandwich left on the coffee table, and a faint, musty smell that suggested no one had cleaned in days. "Something's not right here," Smith said, her voice low. Then they heard it, a faint sound, almost like a whimper, coming from upstairs. The officers exchanged a glance before making their way up the creaky staircase. The sound grew louder with each step, leading them to a bedroom at the end of the hall. There, sitting on the floor with her arms wrapped around her stomach, was an 8-year-old girl. Her face was pale, and tears streaked down her cheeks. She looked up as they entered, her big, scared eyes meeting theirs. "What's the matter, sweetheart?" Stump asked, crouching down to her level. "My tummy hurts," she whimpered. Smith knelt beside him. "Where's your mommy or daddy?" she asked gently. "It's just me and my mommy," the little girl replied, sniffling. "She went to get food, but she hasn't come back. I don't know where she is." "What's your name?" Stump asked softly. "Stella," she said. "Stella Jackson." The officers could see that Stella was not just hungry, but also scared and confused. It was clear that she had been alone for some time. Stump's heart ached for the little girl, but he knew they had to act quickly. They decided to take Stella to a nearby diner to get her something to eat. As she devoured a plate of pancakes, Stump tried to lighten the mood with his signature dad jokes. "What do you call a bear with no teeth?" he asked with a grin. Stella paused, her fork halfway to her mouth. "What?" "A gummy bear," he exclaimed. To their relief, Stella giggled, a small but significant sign that she was starting to feel safe with them. Meanwhile, Smith was on the phone trying to track down Stella's mother. After several calls, she discovered the tragic truth. Cindy Jackson, Stella's mom, had been in a car accident on her way home. She was in the hospital, unconscious, with a concussion and minor injuries. Smith relayed the news to Stump. "She's stable, but she's not waking up yet," she said quietly. Stump looked over at Stella, who was happily munching on her pancakes, oblivious to the seriousness of the situation. "We can't leave her alone," he said firmly. Over the next few days, Stump and Smith became Stella's temporary guardians. They brought her home with them, ensuring she felt loved and cared for while her mother recovered. Stump, a father of two, instinctively knew how to comfort Stella. He made sure she had her favorite snacks, let her watch cartoons, and even played hide-and-seek with her in the backyard. Smith, who had no children of her own, surprised herself with how quickly she bonded with the little girl. She braided Stella's hair, painted her nails, and read her bedtime stories every night. Despite the circumstances, Stella's resilience shone through. She quickly grew attached to the officers who had become her lifeline in a scary and uncertain time. Meanwhile, Cindy Jackson slowly began to recover in the hospital. When she finally regained consciousness, her first words were, "Where's Stella?" The doctors reassured her that her daughter was safe and being looked after by the officers. Cindy broke down in tears, overwhelmed by both relief and gratitude. When the day finally came for Stella to reunite with her mother, Stump and Smith brought her to the hospital. As soon as Stella saw her mom, she ran into her arms, tears streaming down her face. "Mommy, I missed you so much," she cried. "I missed you too, baby," Cindy whispered, holding her daughter tightly. The story didn't end there. The bond that had formed between Stella, her mom, and the officers only grew stronger in the weeks that followed. Stump and Smith became regular visitors, stopping by to check on the family and bringing Stella little gifts. Stella, in turn, became a source of joy for the officers. Her laughter, her curiosity, and her unbreakable spirit reminded them of why they had chosen to serve and protect in the first place. So, what can we learn from this incredible story? First, it underscores the importance of teaching children how to react in emergencies. Stella's quick thinking in calling 911 ensured she wasn't left alone for long. Second, it highlights the power of compassion. Officers Stump and Smith didn't just do their job, they went above and beyond to provide comfort and care when it was needed most. And finally, it's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Despite the challenges she faced, Stella found safety, love, and even joy in the kindness of two strangers who chose to make a difference. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Every interaction helps us bring more inspiring stories to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.